In this video, I want to show you a process to be able to do loops within loops. And the reason I'm going to do this video is because I actually saw somebody post on the n8n subreddit the other day asking, how am I able to have a looped process within a loop? And the answer is you can't. But there is a way to be able to do it. So if you have it structured like this, what'll happen is I have a spreadsheet here, and this is just an email spreadsheet. I got some data blacked out. But I have 31 lines on here. I have a limit of 3 because I didn't want it to actually run through each of them. And it's going to run through each of these items. It's then going to output something like some idea topics for each of these emails that I want written. And I told it to make 5 of each. And then we pass them forward. We split them out. So each item is going to be broken out into their own individual thing that's then going to be passed forward. And then if I wanted to then run another process on all of those before I finished my loop, you would think, oh, I could just stick another loop in here, run it through some other process. I just have a code node, and this code node is literally just return the item. So there's nothing special about it. But if you look at my numbers here, if we zoom in, you'll see that I had 3 items come through. Each of those 3 items generated 5 things. So 3 times 5 is 15. So we would think that I would have had 15 items come through this loop here, but we only see 5. And the reason you only see 5 is because when you're doing a loop within a loop in n8n, only the very first batch of items that goes through this process is going to get the second loop process. And so if I go ahead and run this, we'll see. It's going to go ahead through, it's going to grab it, it's going to come here, limit 3, and it's going to take a second because it's writing it all out and it's doing all that. So it's going to generate 1 item, it's going to get split into 5, and then we're going to see it loop through 5 times. And we're going to think, oh yeah, this is great, it's working absolutely perfectly. But then it's going to do it a second time, and you're going to see it's going to skip the process. It's going to go straight to the done path and come right back up and go back to the AI agent. So if this would hurry up, and I'm using 5.1 or 5 mini, I would think this would be going faster than it is, but it isn't. So we're just going to have to wait a moment, and I'm just going to have to keep tap dancing while this AI agent is going. So there's our thing. We got 5. It's going to return. Boom, 5 items got processed, and we're like, oh, sweet, it's working, right? But then if we go ahead and wait another minute, it's not going to do it. And so while it's doing that, I want to being able to do loops within loops would be really cool. And when I was first doing this myself, man, I broke this. In fact, one of the most kind of high viewership video I've put out. See, I just did it a second time. So here we got 2 items. We got 10 items through, but we don't have 10 items over here. So that's probably good enough to show you. The video I put out at the beginning, like way months and months ago, people loved it. It was my Google Maps scraper. And I actually built it with a loop within a loop because when I tested it, it worked. Like that very first pass through, it worked. I'm like, good enough, right? And then I never really double checked. It wasn't until someone was like, hey, it's not working, that I actually had to look into it. And when I looked into it further, I'm like, oh, you're not able to do loops within loops. But there is a way. There is a way to do this, okay? So instead of this right here, what we're going to do is we're going to break this. We're going to break this here. We're going to take all of this out, okay? Instead what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to create a new trigger. We're going to create a, where is it? When executed by another workflow node. All right, and you would want to set it up with whatever fields you need to pass. And in this case, what fields are we passing? We're passing ID, subject, and body. So we're going to do this here. We're going to do ID, subject, and body, just like that. I'm down here. I'm going to unhook my code node, do this, just like that. And then over here, so now we're good on this, okay? So this part's all set up. We're then gonna come up here, we're gonna do an execute workflow node, execute a sub workflow. We're going to pick the, what's this called? Loops within loops. First to save this. We're gonna then go look for loops within loops. And then we're gonna kind of drag these over, hook this up just like this. Okay. And then we're going to process this like that. Okay, so now if I go ahead And let me, I think 5 nano is able to do structured. I just want this to be really fast. I don't need this to be right. So let's go ahead and save that. So execute it again, and it's going to pull from my spreadsheet. No, not that one. We don't want to do that one. We want to do the click trigger. There we go. So it's going to pull from my spreadsheet. It's going to limit it to 3 items. It's going to run it through. It's going to create the structured output. If it doesn't, then I'll probably use like 4.1, just because 4.1 mini is a bit faster. I found 5 to be particularly slow lately. So it's going to go through. It's going to write all that out. And it had an error, invalid input for ID. You know what? It expects a string. It got a number. We can convert, but instead of doing that, let's just go ahead and do this. There, just show you there. We don't need it. Save it, and then click trigger again. Okay. So what'll happen is it should come down here. It might not come down here because it's technically calling another instance of this workflow, but we should get additional items out on the back end. So we'll see that in a second when I go in and check these executions. We should see these executions, and there's one. It's processing it. It's returning it. Boom. There's one version of it, and I just need a second version to show you that it actually worked. So we'll just wait another moment, and we'll stop it. And tell you, these videos, you gotta sit here and you gotta wait. Dead air is never fun. So I could clip it, but and come on, finish, done. All right, good enough. So let's come in here, we'll check it out, and we're going to open up the workflow, and it's gonna be the same workflow. Imagine that. What we see, we called it, and we have, this is the one I just canceled because I didn't need to do that. I could have just opened it up. But here, we're going to see that it's going to call the when executed. So there's 5 items, and we got 5 items out. And then here's another, and we get our 5 items out. So if you need to do a loop within a loop, this is your solution right here. It is not to use the loop node a second time. It's to go ahead and create another workflow, and depending on the process, you can put it within the same workflow that you currently have, as long as you don't have more than one of these. But you just put it into a second workflow, call the workflow, and then that's it. That's how you do loops within loops. For the longest time, I didn't know how to do this, and I wish I did, because it would have saved me a lot of trouble and heartache. But now you know, you've got the power. So if you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, share and like the video. It really does help get this information out there to those who need it. If you want even more tutorials and workflows galore, join my free school community. I've got tons of free workflows, social media posting bots. We've got stuff for coaches and consultants. We've got stuff for emails. We've got toys and just tons and tons of workflows. Like everything I've put out on YouTube, I put into that community for you to be able to download for free. And if you want additional training, if you want to go further and really learn how to be able to build these n8n tools into your business, I suggest you join my advanced community. The link will be in the description below as well. We've got all kinds of additional courses. We've got advanced workflows that are not available in the free community. You get access to me 5 times a week. You get one-on-one calls with me. I'm really going to go the distance to be able to try to help you build out your business using AI automation. As always, I'm Bradford Carlton. Let's automate your success together.